Hey, what's up? Dusk here. So I wanted to make a really quick video about how the popcorn bazooka breaks the power dynamic of Killer Klowns and how they should go about fixing that. First, we need to explain what the power dynamic of Killer Klowns is. In Killer Klowns, clowns start out weaker and get stronger. They do this mainly through leveling up and gaining access to their different tricks, the jump, the heal, and then whatever the custom trick is that the clown player picks out. Humans start out strong and get weaker. They do this because when they first start the game, resources are much more plentiful and their numbers are higher. As the game goes on, their weapons and resources will dwindle slightly, and as players die or escape, their numbers will dwindle, so they get weaker. What the popcorn bazooka does for the clowns is it lets them circumvent their early game weakness by giving them a ranged damage dealing ability that also comes with a lot of chase utility, with the ability to stagger and track, and have a reload that does not slow or hinder, and to have an attack that does not slow or hinder the clown in any way. Plus, a little caveat here, if you are a human player and you're doing a charged attack, and you run around a corner, you try to do a charge attack to stun the clown, to give you a little bit more of a chance to escape, the popcorn bazooka's stagger will knock you out of that overhead attack, turning it into a regular attack, which means you didn't stun the clown, and now the clown's right back on top of you. They did nerf the damage by half and the range by about half, but the fact that it is still a shotgun, it is a range direct damage dealing weapon, is a problem because it lets you ignore the cotton candy gun as your means of range damage, because the melee weapons are pretty hard to use on a human that is broke away and is running. Like, you're just not going to hit those with the melee weapon, but you can still chase them down and shoot them to death with the cotton candy, or with the popcorn bazooka. Also, let's say you get like two humans and it's early game and you want to charge a clown. Because it's early game, they're weak, they can't heal. You've got some good weapons and all that stuff, so you charge the clown. Well, clowns also got buffed where they can run backwards at full speed. And this means if they've got the popcorn bazooka, they can just pepper the holy crap out of the humans while they're trying to chase it. And every time they get hit, they get staggered, so they can't even keep up with the clown, making the clown almost invincible and available to do direct damage. So then the ability to do direct damage means that they can avoid the cocoon mechanics, which if you cocoon a human, you then have to take the time to travel all the way to a hook, or sit there and guard the cocoon. Because if you don't, somebody is going to save the human, and they can be saved an infinite number of times. Whereas you kill them, a human can only be rezzed once, and that's through the resurrection machine, and that machine is one use only. It is a global AoE resurrection. It'll resurrect every dead player simultaneously, but after that, the machine breaks, and it can't be used again. So dealing direct damage and getting kills is not only faster, it's more efficient as well, because again, they can't really get the saves in once somebody has been killed that way. Now, how do we fix the popcorn bazooka so it no longer circumvents that early game weakness that clowns are supposed to have? Well, you need to take the damage and reduce it by like 90%. It's got to just do a little bit of nickel and dime damage, but then you need to give it its range back. The whole point of the popcorn bazooka is that it is a tool, a utility for tracking. So give it its range back, and then maybe buff the tracking ability in some way, whatever you want that to be. Most clowns will opt to stop taking the popcorn bazooka, which will be good. But it will be handy to have one clown player with a popcorn bazooka on the team so that you have some tracking. This can be a good way to help highlight to teammates where you are if you run into some humans, right? So it's still a great weapon to have, but it needs to be a weapon that scales with the clown, and that will only be possible if it's just a utility tool. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on that. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.